Action.
So just really chaos on the water at this point.
Danger.
And she's your captain, and she's fearless, and you gotta be fearless too.
Adventure.
Next thing I know, my sailor is diving into the ring, and the crowd is getting louder.
You're listening to Sea Story.
Episode 16, Becoming Strong.
My name is Lieutenant Commander Aveda Salas. I've been in the Navy 9 going on 10 years now. I'm originally from a small town called Neptune, New Jersey, and this is my sea story. The Navy celebrates a culture of fitness. So physical fitness is very important for everyone in the Navy. We're required to do physical fitness tests twice a year. But not everyone who comes into the Navy is very strong at that. Although I consider myself in shape, I was really bad with cardio. And running is a big deal, and I was never really a strong runner. When I first came in, I came in through Officer Candidate School in Newport, Rhode Island, and we ran nearly every day. I was always the one that was last to cross the finish line, and I hated that because I didn't want to be last. I had a competitive spirit as well, and I wanted to excel and do well. Every day when we'd go for the run, I'd have the senior officer candidates come out and run with me, saying, run, you can do it, motivating me and encouraging me. I took that to heart, and rather than cave in to my weakness, I decided I wanted to turn that around. And how did I do that? Every day, setting my mind to doing a little bit more or going a little quicker each day. It got to the point where I was no longer last. I was finishing ahead. Towards the end of my 12 weeks there, I was one of the ones running and helping other people cross the finish line. Despite this being a weakness, it doesn't have to stay that way, and you can overcome your obstacles and challenges. Fast forward 9-10 years later, here I am, and I'm getting outstandings on all my physical fitness tests. I've turned my weakness into a strength, and the Navy can help you do that. When I first joined the Navy, I came in as a naval flight officer. So when you first join the Navy, you get choice options of what career path you want to pursue, but you don't always get your first choice. Initially, I wanted to become a public affairs officer because I came from a sales and marketing background in my civilian life, and I figured my skill sets translated better with that, working with people, creative ideas, selling ideas, and being the face of the Navy. So I thought that was really cool, but there wasn't availability for that initially. So what was available? So I had aviation. I don't come from any engineering or analytical type background, so it really wasn't my strong suit. But I was up for the challenge. I went into the program not really knowing much about aircraft, not really knowing much about chemistry. I was kind of lost at first, but the training is so good in the Navy that even though I wasn't strong in these areas, they provided the training to help me be strong in these areas, even though I didn't come from that kind of background. I graduated, I finished all my flight training, I got winged, I became a naval flight officer in a P-3 aircraft. I flew, I deployed with them, and I did really well in that career path, despite not having the background, not thinking I was strong enough to go into that. Even though you're not strong in certain things, they trained you so well that you actually became good at it. Ultimately, I did get a chance to switch into public affairs eventually, so that opportunity did come up, and I was happy doing so. Actually, I'm grateful that I did go aviation first instead of straight into public affairs, because the skill sets that I learned in that helped sharpen me as a person. It helped strengthen things I wasn't good at that really has helped me in the long term, especially with the analytical problem solving, that type of concrete thinking. I was always considered myself more of a creative, artistic type of mind, so I think that, balanced me out in a way. Now I'm actually a human resources officer, which I'm happy doing. And that actually balances both the creative side, dealing with people, managing people, but also a lot of number crunching, data analysis as well. So it actually worked out well, going those two career paths to lead me to where I am today in the Navy. That's one of the reasons why I love the Navy so much, is because it helps you grow, challenges you, helps you become a better person in many ways. The Navy made that possible for me, and I'm thankful for that.
Sea Story is brought to you by America's Navy. Learn more at Navy.com.